This voice is taken from an article with the title, How Do Central Bank Speeches Impact the Economic Calendar?, which has been published on TRADERTALKSNET. Central bank speeches are a key component of the economic calendar because they provide key insight into the future direction of the economy. Central bank speeches provide investors with a window into the thinking of the central bank and its current stance on monetary policy. By analyzing the content of speeches, investors can gain a better understanding of the central bank's view on the current economic conditions and its plans for future reaction. Central bank speeches can have a significant impact on the economic calendar because they provide investors with information on the overall economic outlook and the policy decisions that are likely to be taken by the central bank. The central bank's assessment of the current economic situation and its outlook for the future are critical for investors. Central bank speeches can provide investors with clues about the central bank's plans for interest rate changes, quantitative easing, and other policy decisions. For example, when a central bank announces a plan for quantitative easing, it can have a major impact on the economic calendar. Quantitative easing involves the central bank buying large amounts of government bonds in order to inject money into the economy. This can cause a decrease in the value of the currency, which can make imports more expensive and exports more competitive. This can have a major effect on the economic calendar, as it can cause a shift in the balance of trade and affect the performance of different sectors of the economy. Central bank speeches can also have a major impact on the economic calendar by providing investors with information on the central bank's plans for interest rate changes. Interest rate changes can have a major impact on the economic calendar, as they can affect both the cost of borrowing and the rate of inflation. Interest rate changes can also have an effect on consumer spending, as higher interest rates will make it more difficult for consumers to borrow money and may discourage them from spending. Finally, central bank speeches can provide investors with information on the central bank's plans for economic growth. When the central bank discusses its plans for economic growth, it can provide investors with information on the future direction of the economy and its potential for growth. This can have a major impact on the economic calendar, as investors will be able to make better informed investments based on the information provided by the central bank. In summary, central bank speeches can have a major impact on the economic calendar. These speeches provide investors with important information on the overall economic outlook and the policy decisions that are likely to be taken by the central bank. By analyzing the content of central bank speeches, investors can gain a better understanding of the central bank's view on the current economic conditions and its plans for future action. This can help investors make more informed decisions about their investments and can have a major impact on the economic calendar.